Everybody, we are back. Well, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. So we are back because I've been rearranging and Ariel, it's been a mess. So I think we left off on, well, let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Oh, May. I don't know what I do with my paper. Here. No, we're not on day 6. Well, we could be. We are on day 4 or so. 4 or 5, I don't know. I'll correct it and I'll put it in the title what one this is. So we've done all we did yellowing, we did some mottling. What one did we do? We did, no, we didn't do mottling. Okay. Yeah, we did. We started the red. Yeah, we did the red. And the blue and the yellow. So this is her, I don't know, she's looking kind of yellowy to me because we just did yellow. So, and I put yellow on the high tops, right? So she's kind of looking, you know, I think it's because I'm at the maroon layer and I haven't been down here, so all my paint's dried up. So I have to remake the red layer, and that's what's gonna go. That's where I'm at right now, is to make that red layer and put it in the nostrils, the mouth. Do it across the mouth, and you can do a layer on the lips if you want. The ears in the deep parts, and there's inside the deep parts, like inside, right, let's see, right here and up in here. So there's really 3, 1, 2, 3. In there, the nostrils, across the mouth, and then in the fists, like, I don't know, this one has one fist. So you're going to add some red in this area right here. And then behind the toes. So you're gonna go up and behind these toes up in there. So we have to remake it because it's been a while. For you guys, if you're watching along, it's probably not been that long, but for me, it's been, it's been a while. Make sure you wear gloves. Now, I'm in some groups on Facebook for first time painting, stuff like that. And there's been a lot of people that are doing air dry that are getting like spots where paint doesn't stick. That's what happened with me with Tanner. And it's because my oils from my hand were on the face. So it's really important that you wear gloves, and these are latex. And so it's real important that when you hold them, that you're holding them by the neck, or you have something to hold them with. This is dry now, so I can hold it, but you don't want to hold it. And it's very, very, very important that you wash the kit when you first get it really, really, really good. I use Dawn dish soap, and I wash it just like I would a baby. You know, you're washing them, and make sure they're dried really good. And then for air dry paints, you have to prime your kit. Now, I bought Reborn FX, which is from McPherson's air dry medium primer. Okay, I do not water it down, and some people are watering it down. Do not water it down. Only put, like I use these glass dishes you get from Dollar Tree. For the head, I start out with the head. Use your ripped sponge, right? And I only put enough in here, a little at a time, because you do not want to waste this stuff. It's expensive. So you put in a little, because you can always put more in it. So you put a little in it, then you're going to take your brush and you're going to brush it on. I do it in small areas. I usually split the head up. I do from the tip of the ears back, and then tip of the ears front, and then you do the limbs and so forth. So I just want to go over that again. That could be why it's not adhering, and they might not be letting it dry. You brush it on, and then you tap it in with a ripped sponge. So I'm hoping that when you guys do this, if you're following me, that doesn't happen to you. So I just want to make sure that when you do start out, that you prime your kit, especially if you're using air dry. And I usually, after I'm done with it, I let it set 24 hours to really, you don't want it tacky. So when you come to it the next day, make sure it's not tacky to touch. If it is, you need to leave it. And then you can go on, okay? So anyways, I am going to make up this maroon layer again. The same one that you did with the, if you're using this color. Same one you did for the mottling. And you're going to mix it up the same way, maybe a little bit thicker. So I'm going to put my water in there. Distilled water. That's very important that you use distilled water. You put just 1 drop of this in. I'm going to tip it, and it's going to come out 1 drop. I mean literally 1 drop. And then you're just going to mix it up, mix it in there, and then you're going to get your maroon or whatever red you're using, and I'm going to take 1 full brush, both sides, and just put it in there. Mix it up real good. Sometimes when you use acrylic paints, they kind of clog, or not clog, but they kind of get yucky. You want to make sure you do it really well. Now, I am not doing this really, see, you can see it, see, look at that. You can see it's not real see-through. And I don't know how to get it so you guys can really tell. See, it's watery because it's acrylic, you know? But it's not real see-through, you know what I mean? You can see the red. If it was real watery, it would be like more of a pinky color. So you mix that up. Now we're gonna take our fine brushes, and I have a few in here. Guess I'll use this one. Really fine brush. And get it wet. And I'm going to, what I do with the nose is I make sure that it's wet, and I just put a bunch of paint inside the nostril, and I'll show you. Let me fill it up. Inside, I don't want to tip it up. Can you see? It's really got a lot in there. Can you see? There's really a lot in there. If I tip it up, it'll run down. And I leave it in there because I'm working upside down. And then I'm going to take what's left on the brush and make the line in the mouth. And red adheres really, really well. Now, because the mouth on this one is kind of deep, the lines, it's not open mouth, but it's kind of deep. So it's going to be hard to pat that out. I'm going to leave it there for a minute. I'm going to get a little bit on this, and I like to put on the, what's it called? On the, between the lip right here, this part, I put red. And once I tip it up, I'll show you. I put some red there, let it set, and I also go through and kind of line the lips. Now I kind of tend to leave the middle of the top lip alone because I want it to be, you've seen babies where the middle part right here is kind of whitish, yellowy, and I like that. So I try to achieve that if I can. So I just go through the lip. You're going to do this again when you do the blushing, unless you're happy with how it looks. But I'm going to add, so this little baby is going to have some pink lips. You can't really tell. It's kind of pink. I need to get you guys down a little bit more. I don't know if I can. There you go. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take this brush, get the ink off, or the paint off, and you're going to go back through and kind of pick up all those pools of water that you left in there. You're going to pick them up, go through the lips again, because you don't want it to leave a line. And sometimes I'll tap it, but then you want to soak up the red in the nose. Because you do kind of want the nose dark in there, but I don't like it like way dark. Like it's well, we need light here. See, it's way dark in there. See that one? And I took a lot of the paint out of the other one. So you want to do that. I left it in there for a little bit. And if you don't like it, if it's still not dark enough for you, put more in. Put more in. I think it's fine. And I'll show you her. Well, I'm thinking it's going to be a her. I don't know. If I change my mind, I can always do it in a boy. I don't know why the light in here is sucky right now. It's usually pretty good. I want to put more red on the lips. Because when we get to creasing, which we did first in the very beginning, but we're going to do it again. And there's going to be, you're going to see this, the creasing is going to be thicker than this because I want it to stand out. It's going to be a little bit thicker. Now here's, I don't know if you can see it. One half is really pink. See, it's wet. See, the inside of the nose is darker. See, I did one side. Now I want the other side. See, the other side's kind of yellowy. I don't want that. So I'm going to pick up more and do this again. And sometimes you got to do it 2 or 3 times to get the look that you want. You know, if you want the whole mouth to be pink, then by all means do the whole mouth. I'm not, because I want that little white spot. This is where patience come in, and you have to get some patience and a steady hand. And my hand's not steady. And for some reason, I am getting a white spot on her lip, like we talked about. We don't want that. So I don't know, it could be the vinyl, guys, because some vinyl that you get from different companies sucks. And no matter what you do to it, it's just not gonna take paint. Which is sucky. But then again, I don't know, I want that to be red. And I may have to take actual paint, which I don't want to do, and fill that in. Or she's just gonna look like she bit her lip. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. See, I left the middle white, right? And it's this side right here. You can see that little spot right there. Looks like this one, but right here, I don't want that. And I'm gonna try to keep covering it up. I don't know. When I put the paint on here, there's like a little circle, see? And I don't know why it's doing that. And some kits just do it. Let's see, the paint does not want to adhere right there. So we're gonna dab it. And what I'm gonna try to do, I mean, it's not horrible. I could try to put some primer on it and let it dry, and then try painting it again. I don't know why it's doing that, but it makes it so it's a lot harder. See that cute little face? And it's darker in the nose. We did that. Now we got the ears to do. And I do the same thing with the ears, is that you just take a bunch of paint on the brush, like don't dab it, and just put it in those deep areas and let it sit. And you just let it sit. And I can't flip it because it'll drip everywhere. So I'm going to leave it there for a minute. And then, okay. I'm also going around the rim of it again. So, okay, then wipe off your excess. Go back with the brush because the brush is dry. and you're gonna suck up that wet paint. And I will show you what it looks like after. See, you can tell that it's darker in there, see? And you're gonna do that to the other side. Flip it over, put paint in there. And then you're gonna put paint in the deep areas. I kind of go around that crease, around the top of the ear. I'll show you. On the top of the ear, you can see that it's wet. Leave it there for a minute. Not very long. And like I said, the red adheres really, really, really quickly. So you can, if you want it even deeper dark inside there, you can actually mix up a deeper color than this, put black in it, make it really dark. But I'm not gonna do that, see? Cute. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the mouth here, where that's dry a little bit, and I'm going to attempt to add more paint right there. And we will see what it does. Because when you put the flesh layer on, these red lips are not going to be red. It's going to tone down a lot. Let's see if it worked. See her little lips? They're pink. They're not like red, but they're pink. And you hear the air conditioner as always. So, there we go. There's the head. And you can go around the nostrils, around the nose again with this red if you want. I'm going to do a little bit. She's kind of pale to me, and I don't want her to be real pale. So I may go through and do the red mottling again. And matter of fact, I am going to. So I'm going to keep this red, and I'm going to do the red mottling again because I'm not happy with how it looks. It doesn't stand out enough for me. See, she's kind of like really red, bluey color, and I don't want her to be like that. And there's her little lips. I think that little bit right there adds a little bit of character to her, and that's fine. I'm gonna try to do her bottom lip again because I'm not happy with that either. It's kind of how I made it when I didn't wipe, but jotting it off. It kind of didn't blend well. So we're gonna blend it again. See if I can fix it a little bit. It's a little better. A little better. There we go. There's her face and her little lips. See how you have that middle thing and then the little pink up above. So that took us 20 minutes. So Go ahead and do the other parts, like the face is the more big one there. The other one is, well, I didn't do her eyes either. Probably should have do her eyes, the eye line. They're kind of really purpley right now. And you're gonna see a lot of red at this point because we're working with red. And it's gonna tone down. The purple that we're gonna put on is gonna tone the red down. There, her eyes are more red. See, she's starting to look really cute. So, I am going to finish the fist, because that's all I have on this hand, is do the fist, and then just underneath the toes in this line at the end of the toes. And then I will be back for what to do next. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I redid that and redid some mottling. Let's see if you can tell. It's not as, see, it's way better. I'm a lot more happy with it. So I redid it. It's all done. So the next step is, if you would like to, is put a flesh layer on if you want. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I think I'm just gonna go through and do the green layer, and I think I showed you guys how to see it all dried up. It's been a while. So I have to remake it. So I have to make some blue, make some yellow, and then mix it together to make this green. And that's the next one. So let's go through. I gotta take those upstairs and clean them. Let's make some more. So I'm not gonna make very much. So you just make, you're gonna make two. So you're gonna make yellow. You're gonna still put your, not your primer, your emulsion in there, just one little drop on both of them. Okay. Get your paintbrush clean, mix it up, and you're gonna take your yellow, mix your yellow. I'm just gonna do a half of one. It should be sufficient, because when you mix them together, it's gonna be thicker. So there's the yellow. And now we need the blue. The blue. And same thing here. You're just gonna take another brush and you are going to pour it into the yellow. And believe it or not, it matters which way you pour it. I didn't think it did, but it does. You take the blue, take a little bit, mix it, still kind of yellow, it's not the right green, mix a little more. It's getting there, still not quite this color, still not quite that color. Probably end up using all of it. We're getting closer, there's green. So, yeah, use all of it. Use all of it. So, you're going to take this and do the same thing all over the whole kit. Okay, do your green. Alright, do that. Oops, let's cover the blue up so we don't have any accidents. And this is going to be hard to see. See, you can see the green. It just kind of makes it more, and I'm not really like doing like it close together like I did with the red and the blue. And you're just gonna take off the excess and just go back over it to soak up those wet spots. And you do that all over the kit. It's pretty quick because you're not doing it like you did with the other colors. You know, I just kind of, it's just adding a little more depth in, I guess. Sometimes I even leave it out, just don't do it at all. But I add a little bit so you can kind of see the green tint. I didn't put any on the forehead, but there's still some on this, so you can go through and hit the cheeks and stuff. So you can kind of see the green tint. And it's just a tint. So you do that with everything. And then the last one is the purple. So just gonna add a little here and there with it. Suck it off. Just go back over it. And it's just gonna add a little bit. Okay? Do that to all of them, all your pieces, and then come back and we'll do the purple. And that will be the end of this, and then we'll be on to the blushing part. Okay, so I will be back. Okay, the last bit. Here's her. I mixed up the purple. Mix up purple just like you do the other ones that we did. And I'm gonna, this one's a little closer together. So I'm going to, and it soaks up really quickly because it's a sponge. And we are going to, see, I'm not happy with this already because it's not doing what I want it to. All right, so when it gets so it's too watery, which is what it is for me, it's not leaving enough, I'm gonna add more purple paint because it's too watery and I want it to stand out. So mix your paint really good, and that's probably part of the problem, is it's not mixed real good. And I'm going to keep mixing it until it's, you know, that thickish. And I probably shouldn't have put as much water in it. And I may have to make a new one, and I don't want to. So we'll just keep adding until it gets a little thicker, not so watery. You'll get, as you get going on doing this stuff, you'll get so you know what you like and what you don't and how to achieve it. Like, it looks like it's thick, but the only way to tell for sure is to put it on. So let's see, start in the back. See, it's still not doing what I want it to. It's more or less just water, and it's not doing anything. So, pick another one. I'm not going to use as much water, probably just half of that. You're still going to put your stuff in there, mix it up, and I'm going to this is really, 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 really watery. And that's the problem. I hope my purple isn't going bad. So this is way thicker this time. See, it's way thicker. Let's see how this works. You don't want to put like full-on paint on it, you know. We want it to be that's better. It's still not doing what I want it to, but it's better. You want to see the circles. It's a lot better. Let's see if you can see it. See, it's better. You still gotta go back and take the water part off. And it's a little harder to see because it blends in more, but if you put it in the light, you can see the wet spots. You can see that. Now she's got a lot more color to her. So she's not as pale. Okay. That's better. So she's not as pale. She looks more like she has skin, you know, more like she has skin. And she's still, I mean, this is the rim. It's still, she's still kind of pale, but not in compared, but you can see the mottling better. And that's what I wanted. So, finish up and do that. And I'm gonna finish up my limbs. And then the next video will be the blushing. So, not sure when that'll be, but the next one will be blushing. And that we're almost done. It's just blushing and the flesh layer, and it's done. So, 2 more videos. And then if you're gonna root, you can root and all of that, but 2 more videos. So I will see you again then. Alrighty, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.